Hello friends, so I welcome you all in these GATE classes initiated by All India TechCube faculties. So this is my fifth lecture, and in this fifth lecture we discuss about the power series, we discuss about the Taylor series and also the Laurent series, right? And then further we solve the GATE problem related to these topic. So let's start with the first topic, that is what is power series. So power series is basically any complex function fz. First we just try to understand what is the power series. Let's suppose this is a complex function fz, right, which is basically analytic in some domain D. In some domain D or R, it is, let's suppose, analytic. We can expand this function fz as a power of z, right, as a power of z. Then we say that this is basically the power series form of this complex function, which is basically in this form, n from 0 to infinite, right, a n z raised to the power n. Any power series that can be expanded as a power of z, that is called the power series, right. For example, you can understand by a simple complex function fz is equal to sine z, right. It can be expanded as a power series. You know what is the expansion of this sine z? It is basically z minus z cube upon factorial 3 plus z raised to the power 5 by factorial 5. In this way we can expand. So now this is the complex function which is also analytic, and it can be expanded as a power of z, and hence it is called what? Power series, right. So now just see here the series of the form. The form is n from 0 to infinite a n z raised to the power n is called power series. Or you can also represent the same series by this form. This form is n from 0 to infinite a n z minus a raised to the power n, right. So either you can represent the power series of this form or this form. Now I just tell you what about this a n and a and z, right, what these notation represent. So z, you know already, this is a complex variable or complex number, right. A n and a, here this coefficient a n. Now you can see here the coefficient here for in this example a1 is basically what, a naught you can say, it is basically here 1. The second coefficient is minus 1 upon factorial 3. Third coefficient is 1 upon factorial 5, right. So these are basically the complex constant. Now every complex function fz, see here, every complex function fz which is analytic in some region R, let's suppose this is a function fz which is analytic in this region R, can be represented by power series valid in some circular region R, right, which is basically, you can say, it is analytic inside this region R about a point A. We expand this power series about any point. Let's suppose z is equal to A. So if we expand the power series about z is equal to A, so this form, right. And if we expand the power series z is equal to 0, means about the origin, then this first form. So you can understand here what about the power series of form 1 and form 2. So if we expand the power series about the origin, it is equation number 1, right. If we expand the power series with some other point, that is A, then it is basically what? Summation n from 0 to infinite a n z minus a raised to the power n. Here you can just represent about a point, this is A, right. This is basically a point A. This power series is basically what? Taylor series, right. If this fz is not analytic at a point z naught, right. If it is basically analytic inside this domain, then it is okay. It basically expand the this function as a positive power of z, so it is called what? Taylor series. If we expand this function fz as a power of both positive and negative, then it is basically Laurent series. So let's suppose fz is not analytic at a point z naught. Z naught is basically a point inside this domain R. Let's suppose z naught is a point inside this domain R, and if it is not analytic at this point, right, even we can expand fz. Here in the first case what we have seen, if it is the positive power, we can easily expand, right. If let's suppose this function is not analytic inside this region R, even we can expand, right, even we can expand is an infinite series having both a positive and negative power of what? Z minus Z naught, right. Z minus Z naught, it contain both positive as well as what? Negative power of this Z minus Z naught, and this series is called Laurent series. So you can say here, if the power series is expanded as a positive power of Z, then it is called what? Taylor series, right. If it can be expanded both as a positive and negative power of Z, then it is called Laurent series. Now in the next slide we see what is the mathematical form of this Taylor series and Laurent series, and also we see what type of problem that are asked in GATE exam, right. So first we see what is Taylor series and what its mathematical form. So now you can see here, if fz is analytic inside this circle C, right. If let's suppose fz is a complex function which is basically what? Analytic inside this circle C, right, circle C or C1, whatever you can suppose, with center at A, then for all z inside this C, we can expand this function fz, that is fa. Try to understand, we expand this power series about the point A, right, z is equal to A. So fa plus z minus A f dash A plus z minus A whole square upon factorial 2 f double dash A plus dot dot dot, we can expand up to this z minus A raised to the power n upon factorial n f n A and dot dot dot. Since it is an infinite series, we can write this as a summation of what? Summation n from 0 to infinite a n z minus A raised to the power n. You can see here, for the first term this z minus A raised to the power 0, right. For the second term z minus A raised to the power 1. The third term z minus A raised to the power 2, z minus A raised to the power n. So we can write it as a summation of n from 0 to infinite a n z minus A raised to the power n. What about this a n? This is a complex number, and this value is what? A n is equal to f nth derivative a upon factorial n. Once you put n is equal to 0, it is 0 derivative. 0 derivative means that function, that is fa, right. Factorial 0, which is basically 1. If you put here 1, in that case the first time derivative, that is f dash A, right, and upon factorial 1, which is basically 1. If you put n is equal to 2, in that case it is second derivative and upon factorial 2. So you can write this infinite series as a summation n from 0 to infinite a n z minus A raised to the power n. This is called the power series. Now we focus on this second formula, which is very very important, because most of the questions of the GATE exam, right, are based on this second formula, right. This is called Maclaurin series. This is called Maclaurin series. Even after this discussion we will solve the question which are basically only focus on this Maclaurin series. Now if you want to calculate, you want to expand this series with respect to origin z is equal to 0, right? If you want to expand this series with respect to what, about the point, as you have seen this equation number 1, which is basically expand about the point z is equal to a. Now if we put here basically a is equal to 0, or you can say that we are expanding this series, this Taylor series, about the point what, z is equal to 0, that is the origin. In that case what will happen, what is the Taylor series form? So once you will put a is equal to 0, the power series will be what? From the equation number 1 you can just write fz is equal to f0 plus z minus 0. Just see here in equation number 1 we put a is equal to 0, so it will be what, z f dash 0, right? If you put here a is equal to 0, it will be z square upon factorial to f double dash 0 dot dot dot, it goes up to z minus 0 raised to the power n upon factorial n, right? And f n nth derivative of 0, right? So this is called Maclaurin series, and we expand this Taylor series basically about the origin, right? A is equal to 0. So this, you just remember this form because this is very important form from the gate point of view, right? So also you can see here this Taylor series which expand the term in power of what, positive power of z. You can see here each term contain the positive power of z, so that's why it is called Taylor series. Now we move on another series, that is called Laurent series, in which we see this function, complex function, which is analytic inside this region, which can be expanded both as a positive and negative power of z, right? So now we see what is Laurent expansion or Laurent series. Now you can see here, first we try to understand why this Laurent series come. Let's suppose fz is analytic inside and on the boundary of the ring shape region R, bounded by two concentric circles C1 and C2 of radii R1 and R2. Let's suppose this is the Taylor series expansion. So we expand the Taylor series basically, or you can say that the power series between two circles. This is the region where we have to expand the power series. In the Taylor series what we have seen it is analytic at each point of this region R, right? But here this, if you look here, then it is basically, this is the Taylor series form, this equation number Laurent series expansion, and you can see here if this part is only in this basically equation, then what will happen? It is basically the Taylor series. It is contain both negative power. See here z minus a raised to the power minus n, and also if you put z is equal to a, this function cannot be analytic, right? So that's why it is called, if even the function is not analytic. In the first slide what we have seen, even the function is not analytic, we can express as what, express in term of infinite series having both positive and negative power, and that is called what, Laurent series, right? So here basically we expand the power series between these two circles. This is C1, right? This exterior circle, that is C1, and inside this circle, this is the small circle which is represented by this C2. We are interested to expand the power series between these two concentric circles. Basically this is the region where we are expanding this power series, right? So since at z is equal to a, it is not analytic, even we can expand in term of power series, right? So the radii of the circle C1 is R1, right? This is basically the R1, and R2 is basically the what? Radii of the second circle C2, right? So having center A, center of the center is basically A for both of the circle, right? Only the basic difference between the Taylor and Lorentz series is what? It is expanded between these two concentric circle, right? For all Z in R, right? So it is basically expanded between these two circle, where an is 1 upon 2 pi iota integration C1 Fw W minus A raised to the power n plus 1 dW, and in the similar way Bn is 1 upon 2 pi iota integration C2 over C2. This first An, this is An is basically, you know, it is defined for the circle C1, right? And this C2 is defined for the circle what? C2, right? An is defined for the circle C1 and Bn is defined for the circle C2, right? 1 upon 2 pi iota integration Fw W minus A minus n plus 1 dW. What is the difference between these two? Only the difference is this power, right? Here for this we have to take positive n, and for the Bn we take negative. The reason is very clear, because if we put positive for this case also, we cannot define inside this region, because at that point the function is not analytic. Because if you put W is equal to A or Z is equal to A, in that case it will not define. The function will define at Z minus A raised to the power n for what? If it is basically positive power. Second, it cannot be defined if its power is what? Z minus A raised to the power n. Once you will put here Z is equal to A, so it become what? Infinite, and it cannot be what? Analytic. So that's why this C2 is defined for negative power, so that it become positive, right? Now what will happen if Bn is 0? Now you can just see here, if this Bn becomes 0, right, this negative power will be 0. In that case this Lorentz series will reduce into what? Taylor series. You can see here, if this second term will be 0, then it is only positive power, and hence we can say that it is only the what? Taylor series. So if the power series which is basically expand as a positive power, in that case it is basically what? Taylor series. It is Taylor series. If it is expanding both positive and negative power, in that case it is called what? Lorentz series, right? So this is the difference between the Taylor and Lorentz series. Now we see the problem, right? First problem is basically the general problem, and then second problem which I have taken from the GATE question paper. So this is the first problem. Here the question is expand 1 upon Z square minus 3Z plus 2 in the region this. You have to expand this power series in this region. In this region means this Z minus, you can say that 0 less than 1, because it's, here it is given circle with center is 0, but you have to take only the point which are basically inside this circle. Its radius is basically 1. It is defined, just see here, this form is called circle with center at A and radius is R. This is the complex notation for the circle. So Z minus A is equal to R, where A represent the center of the circle and R represent the radius of the circle, right? Center and radius. So in this case you can see here we have to take all those points which basically not lie on this circle, only lie inside this circle, less than 1, right? This indicate inside this circle. Now first you just do the factorization of this. So factorization of Z square minus 3Z plus 2 is what? 1 upon Z minus 2 into Z minus 1, right? Now you just do the partial fraction, and the partial fraction is what? 1 upon z minus 2 minus 1 upon z minus 1. It's a very simple process to do the partial fraction. A upon z minus 2 and plus b upon z minus 1, right? And you just multiply and compare, you will get the value of capital A and capital B. So once you will compare, the value of A is 1 and value of B is capital B is minus 1. So now we can expand this series as a power series. But the question is how we expand. Since the region is given mod z is less than 1, so you have to expand this in the power series. But first you have to think about mod z is less than 1. So you know the binomial expansion. 1 by 1 minus z raised to the power minus 1 is what? It is 1 plus z square plus z cube, right? This is the expansion where this mod z is basically less than 1, right? This mod z is less than 1. So here we have to do the same procedure here. Now z minus 2, so you can just common minus 2, so that become 1 minus z, this form, right? So now once you will take common minus 2, it will be 1 upon 1 minus z by 2 plus, here I just take minus in outside to reduce in this form, 1 minus z form. So it will be what? Once you will just take minus 1 outside, it will be 1 minus z, right? And minus minus will become plus. So now you just shift to this term in the numerator. What will happen? Minus 1 by 2, this will be, this plus sign will be minus once it will be shifted in the numerator. So this will be 1 minus z by 2 raised to the power minus 1, and in the similar way this will be 1 minus z raised to power minus 1. So now you see here, this is the same form, 1 plus z square plus z cube, 1 minus z raised to the power minus 1. So what you can write this? You can write this summation n from 0 to infinite z raised to the power n, right? You can see here, once you put n is equal to 0, it will be 1, z raised to the power 0 is 1. Once you will put 1, it will be z. Once you will put 2, it will be z square, right? So once you can write this form 1 minus z raised to the power minus 1, that is n from 0 to infinite z raised to the power n. So finally, once you will just common minus 1 by 2, it is n from 0 to infinite z minus 2 raised to the power n, and plus n from 0 to infinite z raised to the power n. So you can observe here, both of the term contain the positive power of z only, right? So in the GATE exam, these type of questions are basically asked, and they may give the 4 option. First is the Taylor series, second is the Laurent series, third option may be neither Taylor not Laurent, and in the fourth option they may say none of these, right? So you can see here, since it is expansion of z, positive power of z, we can say that it is basically in this region it is Taylor series, right? Now we see the GATE problem. So first I just take the first problem from the GATE 2017, and this question is asked in EC branch. It may be in any set, you can check here, there is a 4 set, so maybe in the set number 1, set number 2, set number 3 or set number 4, right? So first you just see the question. What is the question? So the question is, if fz is equal to e raised to the power x plus x square for real x, right? No problem. For the real x, from among the following, choose the Taylor series approximation. Now try to understand, here they talk about the Taylor series expansion of fz around this point x is equal to 0. X is equal to 0. X is equal to 0 means what? It talk about expansion about x is equal to 0, which include all power of x less than or equal to 3. It talk about only up to power 3, right? Now try to understand, we have seen what is the Taylor series expansion, we know the formula, but here it talk about x is equal with respect to what? Around x is equal to 0. So what I just shown you, this is the what Maclaurin series, right? This is basically what Maclaurin series. We have seen just in the first slide. If it is expanding, yes, this, if A is equal to 0, so you have to learn this second formula. This formula is very important from the gate point of view. F0 plus Z, F dash 0 plus Z square upon factorial 2 F double dash 0 plus dot dot dot. So we just use the same formula in this case. Now yes, yes, now this is the function. So you know what is the Taylor series expansion. If it is in the form of Z, then Z. If it is in the form of X, we write simply X. So F0 plus what? X F dash 0 plus X is square F double dash 0 upon factorial 2 plus X cube F triple dash 0 and dot dot dot. This is the first way to expand this, right? And try to understand, this is little bit complex. Why this is complex? We have to see first what is Fx. So Fx is given, it is basically e raised to the power x plus x square. Now see what is our objective. Our objective is to find out F0. So once you will put 0, you will get what? F0 is basically e raised to the power 0 plus 0, that is e raised to the power 0, which is basically 1. So you can put here first term 1, right? You have to calculate this value f dash, first derivative of this function. So for the first derivative, now e raised to the power x, its differentiation is e raised to the power x. Again differentiation of this x. So x, in place of x, it is what? X plus x square. So it become 1 plus 2x, right? And now we again put F0. So f dash 0 is what? You can put here 0. So only e raised to the power 0. Again you will get 1, right? So f dash 0 is also 1. Now once you will put here parallelly and try to understand what are the possible answer. Right now we have F0 is equal to 1. So once you put F0 is equal to 1 in equation number 1, the first term is what? 1 plus F dash 0, this second term you have already calculated, it is also 1. So x. Now you match it, this 1 plus x, 1 plus x. It is come in all these options. So we cannot tell anything about which one is the correct option. Now again we calculate f double dash x, because we have to calculate up to power 3. So x cube must be there, right? And in all these 4 options it is given. So once you will calculate the second derivative, what you will get? Second derivative means you have to differentiate 2 times, right? So you have this function, you just differentiate 1 more time, and what you will get? So once you will differentiate this function again with respect to x, the first function x plus x square, differentiation of second function means 1 plus 2x, that is 2, right? You differentiate this function with respect to x, you will get 2. Now plus second function, that is 1 plus 2x into differentiation of this function. This function means e raised to the power x plus x square. So e raised to the power x is nothing but e raised to the power x, and again differentiation of this function. So x plus x square, differentiation of this x is 1, x square is 2x. So 1 plus 2x. So once you will again write in multiple form, either you can write here 2 times. So what about f double dash 0? So f double dash 0 is what? Once you will put in place of x as a 0, you will get what? This first term will be become 2, e raised to the power 0 into 2. So this become 2, and plus once you put here 0 and e raised to the power 0, again it will be 1, right? So nothing, it is 3. So the second derivative f double dash 0 is what? 3. So you just put here f double dash 0. So what you will get? X square into 3 upon factorial 2. So once you will just simplify x square by 2, right? So you can see here the third term is basically what? 3 by 2, right? X square into 3 by 2. So you can see here it is only x square, so it cannot be true. In this option it is given, in all these terms are matching. Here in either option number B or C, here it is given 3x square, so it cannot be true. Now one more option we have to calculate, because here the both are basically different, 3 terms are matching. So in the similar way you can calculate the third derivative, right, of this function, and just put this value and you just 0, and you will get what? You just do this, you will get 7, right, in the similar way. So once you will put in this here, it is basically factorial 3. So once you will put f triple dash 0 is basically 7, so plus x cube, and this is basically 7 upon factorial 3. So what you will get? It is factorial 3, that is 6. So this option is basically correct. This cannot be true, right? And one more way I just tell you, this is the lengthy process. Now this is the first way to find out the expansion. You can do the same problem by another way. It is very simple process. So fz, this is the second way to solve the same problem. You can, because in a GATE exam you have a limited time and you have to use the short technique as much as possible to get the result quickly. So you can just do the same thing here, e raised to the power x plus here the power is basically what? X square, right? X square. So you can write this as a e raised to the power x into e raised to the power x square. Now you know the expansion of this exponential. Exponential 1 plus x and plus what you can write? X square by factorial 2, right? And in the similar way you can just expand this term, or you can also expand this third term because it goes up to cube. So I just write x cube by factorial 3, and no need to go to write beyond this. The reason is very clear, because we have to calculate only up to order 3. So once you will expand this series, it is in place of x, it is x square. So 1 plus x, it will be x, in place of it is x square. And once you will do the square, it will be 4 power. So no need to write that one, because we have to calculate up to only power what? 3. So you just write up to second degree, because once you will do the square of this, it will be 4th power, and you just simply multiply, you will get the result. So you can see here, first you just multiply by 1, so it will be 1 plus x square upon factorial 2 plus x cube by factorial 3. Now you just multiply by x square. So once you multiply by x square in all these terms, it will be x square into 1, then x square into x, this is x cube, and again x square into x square, it will be x raised to the power 4. So no need to write this term. Now what you will get? This is 1 plus x, and here see the x square, here x square and here x square by 2. So once you will do the summation, it will be 3 by 2 x square, and the last term is x cube and x cube. So once you will expand this, it is basically what? X cube by factorial 3, factorial 3, that is 6. So x cube by 6 plus x cube, which is basically 7x cube by what? 4, right? 7x cube by basically 6, right? So you will get the same result in both a way. Either you can write by the Taylor series expansion, right? But it is a complicated, because you have to differentiate 2 times, 3 times, and then get the result. Now the same thing you can do by simple procedure if you know the expansion of the what? Exponential, right? So both of the way you will get the same result, either the first way or second way. So this is the first question. Now we see the second GATE problem. This question is asked in GATE 2014. Now again in EC branch, the question is Taylor series expansion of this function, right? And very clear, as it is x square x cube. So you can observe this function is basically expand about the point what x is equal to 0. So again you write the Taylor series. You know the Taylor series. Taylor series is what? Fx is equal to f0 plus what? X f dash 0 plus x square upon factorial 2 f double dash 0 plus x cube upon factorial 3 f triple dash 0, and no need to write beyond this. The reason is very clear, because we have to only calculate the series up to cube, right? So you know the fx. This is basically equation number 1, right? This is equation number 1. So the same problem you can solve by both of the way. Either you direct write the expansion of sin x and get the result, expansion of cos x and just simplify, get the result, or you can adopt the second thing, that is fx is already given to you. It is 3 sin x and plus 2 cos x. So again we have to find out what? f0, f dash 0, f double dash 0, f triple dash 0. So first you find out f dash x, right? So f dash x is what? Once you differentiate this function one time, so sin x differentiation is what? Cos x, and cos x differentiation is basically minus sin x. So you will get minus 2 sin x. Once you will differentiate this function again 2 times, what you will get? It is cos x, so it will be minus 3 sin x, and this sin x differentiation is basically cos x, so it is cos x. Now once you will differentiate this function again, it will be what? Sin x, that is it is basically cos x, and cos x basically which is what? Minus sin, that is plus 2 sin x, right? So now you put this value and get the result. So f0 is what? Once you put in place of x as 0, so sin 0 will be 0, cos 0 will be 1. So you will get only 2, right? F dash 0 you just simply put here. So cos 0, that is 1, and sin 0 which is basically 0. So you will get what? 3. The third term f double dash 0. F double dash 0 which is basically what? Once you put 0, sin 0 will be 0, cos 0 will be 1. So you will get minus 2. And this f triple dash 0. So once you put x is equal to 0, cos 0 is 1, sin 0 is 0. So you will get minus 3. So you just put these value in equation number 1 and get the result. So fx is equal to what? Fx, that is 3 sin x plus 2 cos x, which expansion is what? You just put all these value in equation number 1. f0 which is basically 2 plus x into what? F dash 0. F dash 0 is what? 3 plus x is square upon factorial 2 into f double dash 0. F double dash 0 is what? Minus 2, and plus x cube upon factorial 3 and f triple dash 0, that is minus 3, right? So finally you will get what? You have 2 plus 3x, 2 will be cancelled out, you will get minus x square, and 3 will be cancelled out, right? And in the denominator you will get 2, so minus x cube by 2. So you just match which option is correct. 1 plus 3x minus x square. Yes, this first option is basically correct, right? No need to write this dot dot dot, because yes, you can write here because it is not mention anything, only there has you have to expand this series about z is equal to 0, right? Now the second way, you can solve this problem in the second way. You will get the same result. Fx is equal to what? 3 sin x and plus 2 cos x. If you know the expansion, you know the sin is what? 1 minus x cube upon factorial 3. No need to write beyond this, because again the power is up to only cube. In the similar way you expand this cos x. Cos x is what? It is 1 plus x square by basically 1 minus. It is alternative series, both sin and cos. So you can write here minus x square upon factorial 2 and dot dot dot, because once you just do the x raised to the power 4, it has no use because it is given maximum power is x cube. So you just simplify this. So once you will open, it is 3 minus 3 will be cancelled out, it will be x cube upon 2 because it is factorial 3. Factorial 3 means what? 3 into 2. So 3 will be cancelled out, only 2 is here, plus 2. Here it is basically in term of this is basically x minus x cube, right? You just correct it. Sin x is x minus x cube by factorial 3 plus x raised to the power 5 by factorial 5 in this way. So now 3x and minus 3x cube by 2 plus 2 and minus 2 will be cancelled out, you will get x square, right? So what is the final answer? 2 plus 3x minus x square and minus x cube by 2. So both of the way you just get the first option is correct, right? So in the similar way you can solve the other problem of the gate which are basically based on this Taylor and Laurent series. So in the next lecture I will try to cover the next topic, that is the residue theorem, and that one is the last topic, and further we solve more problem from the gate question paper. So thank you for watching this video.